Hey kids, what time is it?
Hey, it's Edson with GeekTime TV, and there's a new Exorcist movie coming out this year, October. I saw this trailer pop up about a week ago. I thought I'd take a look at it. The original Exorcist is now 50 years ago, 1973. Still stands as a great horror movie. It was very scary to me when I first watched it, and every time I watch it, it's still very scary. Mostly because the demon possession, I believe, is it does happen. I'm not saying it happens all the time; it's very rare, but I know it is possible. And in my mind, I know it's possible. I believe it, and because of that, that when I'm watching the movie, it's just especially a movie that was so well done as the original Exorcist. I immediately start my mind seems immediately starts going wild about this, and then when I'm thinking about it late at night, and these weird noises pop up, and you don't automatically think of any kind of reasonable explanation why the weird noises are happening, then you start your mind starts really going off into that, and that movie still brings me chills on what happened there, and of course it was based on a real story that makes it even worse. So now there's this new movie, Exorcist Believer, and like I said, I saw the trailer. I want to just check it out and see what talk about a couple of things on here, just to see what I think of it and what it might be about. Let's take a look here.
Angela, can you tell your dad how long you were gone?
A few hours?
Baby, you've been gone 3 days.
Yeah, so it starts. It seems like it starts off with two girls, friends from school. They go off into the woods, and from everybody else's perspective, they're missing for days, 3 days. From their own perspective, it's only been a few hours. So right away, something weird happened out there, and you start to suspect. Start to wonder what's going on with these two girls.
Wherever those girls went, they brought something back with them.
So you start seeing the things are happening with the girls at home. You start seeing the convulsions that come from being possessed, and clearly someone says, whatever happened out there, they brought something back with them. You don't know. They're not showing you what's happening, what exactly happened when they were out there. Usually, possession needs to have some kind of some kind of ceremony, or some kind of evil object that you get involved with, that opens a door for a demon to possess you. You don't see that, but apparently it happened when they're out in the woods, and now start seeing how their behavior about it.
You have some experience with possession.
Yes, more than I'd like.
So the classic music from the original, that music, that piano music, that always gives me the chills every time I hear it, because it brings me full back into the memories of that movie, and they did a great job having that obviously be part of this movie. Another thing they did is they brought back the original, one of the original cast, Ellen Burstyn, who played Regan's mother, Chris McNeil. Regan being played by Linda Blair, who was the possessed, and so they bring that the mother. That was a good callback to that. I'm glad to see some, at least one of the cast being involved in here, and they're. I read the people who are making it, they're calling it, someone wants to call it a direct sequel, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch to do that. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of callbacks to the original from this, but direct sequel, 50 years, first of all, 50 years later, direct sequel. And actually, there's been quite a lot of other movies that Exorcist movies that had happened already that could be more of a sequel than this one. I believe Exorcist 2 was in 1977, and even that one wasn't really considered a sequel. I mean, Linda Blair was in it, but the story was kind of not that great. What I personally consider a direct sequel to the original was the one that came out in 1990, Exorcist 3, Legion, because that brought back William Peter Blatty, who wrote the original Exorcist, and then he also wrote the screenplay for Exorcist 3, and that one also had they didn't have Ellen Burstyn or Linda Blair, but they did have characters from the original movie in that one. And so if anyone was the more of a sequel to the original, would be, I would say, that one. There's been other Exorcist movies as well, but I like the fact that they bring her back. They have the music, and it does make a connection with the original one.
Don't be scared.
We've met before.
Mother.
Oh, so you got some of the scenes from some more callbacks from the original movie. You have her calling mother. I think there's another line that's like "Make it stop," which is another line from the original movie on here. There's quite a few I'm sure once the movie comes out, you're gonna see it's gonna be full of callbacks to the original movie. You see again Ellen Burstyn on there. It looks like what's happening is the parents of these two girls that seem to be now possessed are gonna try to get help from her, who obviously has had some experience with possession from her daughter.
True. Draw. True. Draw. True.
Is that Catherine's heartbeat?
They're beating in sync.
Okay, so a little bit, the story being a little bit unique in that in classic stories of exorcism, you usually don't have two or more people, in this case 2 people, involved in the same possession. It's usually just focused on one person. So this is a little bit different. So it'd be interesting to see where they're going with that. What exactly happened that we're having both possessed at the same time, or by the same supernatural demon. So I like a little bit interested or curious about the story behind why that happened. Okay, here you go, October 13th. Again, I just wanted to play another scene with that classic music again. That's always giving me the chills. All right, so it looks like it's something you from this trailer at least. You don't see the usual where you have an actual person trained as an exorcist. Well, I could be wrong. Usually exorcist is someone that comes from it's a priest that comes from the Catholic Church who's been classically trained to be an exorcist. Not all priests are exorcists, but specialized in the ritual for exorcism. You don't see that at all in here. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and you don't see it at all in the trailer. It looks like what they do is they go to help from the mother of the original victim, Regan. So it's great that she came back with. And I'd be curious to see, how it is that she will be facing this demon that's possessing these 2 girls, because a mere a mere human is not going to have any power to do over a supernatural demon. It has to be someone who has the confidence that God is with them, has great faith in God, because it's actually God's power that gets rid of the demon, not a person. Even when a priest does it, he's like dependent on his faith in God, because it's the power of God that gets to. So, and I didn't see any of that signs in here that they would be doing that. But that doesn't mean you necessarily have to have a priest. It's possible for someone other than a priest to do it, but it would have to be someone with a deep faith in God, since he's the only one who's going to have the actual power over the demon. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with that. It is called Exorcist Believer, so presumably Reagan's mother, Chris McNeil, the character of Chris McNeil, may have spent, the last, 50 years studying, exorcisms and possession, and may have come to that great faith that in God to help them, to help her do exorcism. So we'll see. I didn't see it in here, but we'll see how that goes. Again, it seems like they did a really good job in terms of bringing Ellen Burstyn from the original cast. A lot of the music, the callback. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of callbacks to the original, which is a good choices there. But having two people possessed by the same demon, I was a little curious about that. And again, not having any kind of indication, at least in this trailer, that that you're like calling on the power of God for the exorcism. I'm troubled by that. So, but again, it's just a trailer, so you don't know for sure. Maybe there's going to be another trailer, but regardless, that's what I thought about this. Let me know in the comments what you think. You're excited about this. I mean, 50 years from the original one. Certainly been quite a long time, and I believe this is going to be. There's going to be more. I believe this is going to be. They're planning on doing. This will be the first of a trilogy. So, interesting to see where they go with that in terms of how it ends and moves on to other movies. So, anyways, those are my thoughts on this. Not bad. Let me know in the comments what you think, whether you're excited about seeing another Exorcist movie. And thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching GeekTime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some GeekTime swag? Check out the merchandise available in the GeekTime TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share GeekTime TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.